rise and shine. Coffee's brewing, feeling fine. News is out and on the air. Shizzy whiz nuts wild, but we don't care. Morning whiz and coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz nuts, start the show. Let's go. Spinning in the breeze, stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java with a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning whiz and coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Spinning in the breeze, stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java, wear a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning whiz and coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Serious is overrated. Every day we're caffeinated. Talk the town, but in a jest. Morning whiz is always best. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop.
Oh my God. Shizzy breaks Larry. Shizzy breaks Larry.
Good morning, all you fine people out there. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. Gosh, it is going to be a much better day than it was yesterday. And that's all we can hope for. Good morning. How's it going, Magic Angel? Good to see you. How you doing, LRG? David Ligourney, American Dreamer. My gosh, you guys are just piling on in. Thank you, Expert, for the large crew of people. My gosh, you guys really must be gluttons for punishment coming over here and seeing me. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. Oh my gosh. Well, we did find this morning. This was the top of the news this morning, which was here's another way California just decided to make life hell. As if they couldn't get any worse in California. Call me old-fashioned, but I've always believed that government's job was to provide basic services like roads, infrastructure, and otherwise stay out of people's way so they could make their lives better. At least I figured it wasn't the government's job to make things worse. But that's not why this guy, that's why this guy left California, San Francisco 30 years ago when, as he liked to joke, the state had made it impossible to even take a leak without first telling the California EPA in triplicate, of course, and with a hefty filing fee. And on January 1st, life in San Francisco will get that much worse as the city prepares to lose as many as 14,000 parking spaces. When I moved to the city in 1992, the parking situation was so bad that I looked into my monthly parking garage as a garage just 7 blocks from my apartment, but blanched at the $110 fee for a reserved space. I just checked. That same garage now runs $415 or $565 if you need it reserved. San Francisco losing 14,000 parking spaces like pulling 6 of your teeth for no good reason. Sure, you can do it, but you'd still be able to eat. But why? The why is a new law imposed by the Assembly in Sacramento, making it illegal to park within 20 feet of a crosswalk statewide. California is expected to lose about 100,000 parking spaces, and it's an easy bet that the vast majority of those will be in crowded cities where parking is already at a premium. Yeah, that does not sound fun at all. I remember parking in Los Angeles was bad. Oh, Aussie Wombat, just because. Thank you for the 14.99 super chat. That is so kind of you. Appreciate you. That really means a lot. I just because. Well, here I got something for you just because, and I hope it finds you very very well. Let me see where to go. Ah, yes, this is what I have for you. Just because. Oh yeah, wrong. This guy did the wrong Shrek. Think he downloaded the wrong one. No big deal. Turned out pretty good, except when you turn it to the side. Dun dun dun. Thank you, Aussie Wombat. Appreciate you. Oh my gosh. Here's a fun part. San Francisco will spend nearly $20,000 for every man, woman, and child next year, but according to reports, doesn't have enough money in the budget to paint the curbs red in the expanded no parking zone. That's a lot of parking citations, and hey, more money. The good news for San Francisco is that the bleeding seems to have stopped after losing people during and after the stupid lockdowns. The city returned to a modest population growth in 2023 and 2024. And when I say modest, I mean dressed like a Victorian London school marm on a winter's day. The city added 3,000 or so people, a 0.3% increase in 2 years to a certain thing era population of about 807,000 in 2022. But where are they going to park? Believe it or not, I don't doubt that that's a question asked and answered in Sacramento as they were considering Assembly Bill 413. While pedestrian safety was a justification for the bill, making it more expensive and less convenient to own a car might have been the actual intent. And if I had to guess, much of the extra space will end up being used by the homeless and won't result in any extra pedestrian safety. California's busybodies want people walking, biking, scooting, or busing, anything but driving their own cars to their destinations on their own schedules. This is why Californians keep voting for this. If they can't find a place to stick their cars, I know where they can stick their ballots. This is pretty cool. They've got a 50% off on PJ Media with a Save America promotion. So it's Save America, all one word. And I don't get paid by PJ Media to promote, but I do use their content. So I like to promote it out there whenever they have a discount code. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes. Yeah. I was probably running a little bit late this morning because of a little bit of too much, oof. Yeah. It was a very interesting day yesterday. And we just hope that everybody's doing much better this morning. Hope that everybody's doing much better this morning and it gets better for you. Trump 47 reckoning is hitting the Dems from all. I don't want to say dams all the time, but hitting the Dems from all sides now. Happy Tuesday, dear Cruiser Morning Briefing friends. The 9 Squad 9 Sequitur is spending the day replenishing supplies at the Tri-County Organic Eggnog Collective. Oh, that's something I haven't gotten this year's eggnog. Maximura. Okay, we'll return after dinner. It's been a long day. I know, Max. You come back when you can, brother. I'll see you very soon. Once again, it's extraordinary how the mood is different as President-elect Donald Trump is preparing his second stint in the Oval Office. When he won back in 2016, everything was weird. The Democrats immediately threw themselves into a visceral and unhinged tantrum like they do. Probably half of the Republicans who voted for him were surprised that he won. The noise level was turned up to a zillion. There was confusion all around. I remember so many people who had voted for Trump in 2016 doing a lot of hand wringing whenever they discussed him, as if their lawyers had ordered them to issue a disclaimer at the mere mention of his name. There was still a lot of that going on in 2020 as well. I think that Democrats were assuming that was still the case here in 2024, that we thought Donald Trump was simply our least best option who we felt guilty about voting for. It looks like it's beginning to dawn on them, and some of the squishes that the MAGA folks are all pretty enthusiastic. We embrace Trump's overhaul of a GOP that has gotten too comfortable with losing to the Democrats. Then let's look at just a couple of things from recent news cycles. This is something Matt wrote about Mitt Romney. But hey, when the man is right, we should acknowledge it. He's in a revealing interview with CNN's Jake Tapper on Sunday. Romney made striking comments about the state of Republican Party, its future, and the political shifts of recent years. Do you think you have to think that there's going to be a post-Trump Republican Party, or is MAGA now the Republican Party? Tapper said. Romney, who has often been a vocal critic of former President Donald Trump, left no doubt about where the GOP currently stands. Oh, MAGA is the Republican Party, and Donald Trump is the Republican Party today, he said bluntly. Brilliant. The hand wringing is real. One of the many false narratives that is being destroyed now is the notion that the Trump supporting MAGA crowd was the fringe of the GOP. It was being perpetuated that the Democrats flying monkeys in the mainstream media and never Trump crowd. It was never true at any point in this election cycle. Scott posted in his article yesterday that shows that almost everyone is sick of the open borders insanity, with 73% of the respondents in a new poll saying that they favor a strong military presence to deal with the situation. Well, and I don't trust polls, so those are going to be skewed. So that's just me. My favorite bit of news with the weekend came from Van Jones, who is no stranger to hyperbolic takes on Republicans. Robert reports that Jones explained to Chris Chinzilla, formerly of CNN, that Trump is kind of the smartest guy in the room. As Robert noted at the top of his column, the left has been saying that Republican presidents are stupid for a long time. They started that with with Grant. William Howard Taft was probably the last one they didn't call a paste eater. The mainstream media hacks haven't had much familiarity with the truth for a long time. It got worse in 2020, though, and they've been in full-time fiction writing mode since then. Absolutely. These are the people who spent more than half a year insisting that Joe Biden's obvious signs of dementia were a stutter, and that has been proven to be not true. The work that they did in July and August to make up Camel Toe, who had never existed, was stunning. The fictions that they were spinning had no foundations in reality, which is why they're all falling apart so quickly. Perhaps the MSN propagandists are finally collapsing from the exhaustion of propping up Biden and Harris for 4 years. Let's just hope the tantrums quiet down for a while so that the adults can get some work done. But don't you bet on it. Don't you bet on it. I love this. Look at that. Just a puppy and his dog, a man and his puppy and his dog. Just chilling. I love that. I love seeing things like this. It just makes you happy. That's what we need, is a little bit of happiness. Just a little bit of happiness. And I did find that really made me laugh quite a bit. This is the lives of men through the eyes of their wives. Here we go. This is the lives of men through the eyes of their wives. This is how women view men. What we do. And this is so true. This is so true. Good morning, Elka. How you doing? It's Roxanne just tosses things on the floor. Ah, yeah, that's how women view us, just doing these horrible things. Oh, that got me. That made me smirk just a little bit. It made me smirk just a little bit because there's times where my wife's like, "Why did you throw that there?" I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I love you, wife. I didn't do anything. Not like you think." And of course, you had the Twitter, I believe, all day yesterday that was mocking endlessly. Fortune's Fool, Kenjetti Jackson. I don't know how you pronounce her name. Makes an embarrassing Broadway debut. Hmm. A Supreme Court justice by any other name still acts horribly. If there was a Tony Award for worst Broadway performance, Supreme Court justice and all-around joke, Kenjetti Brown Jackson would be taking home a trophy. Yes, the ultimate diversity equity hire. Took the stage on a one-time appearance Saturday in the Broadway musical, and Juliet. Okay. Appropriately, Jackson made a fool of herself in a play that is a gross insult to Shakespeare, butchering his Romeo and Juliet and transforming it into a nightmare of radical feminism. Wow. Yeah, I don't think that should ever be appropriate. I mean, but I've got no say so in this. I mean, from what I've seen, it looked absolutely horrible. But hey, you go, girl. Have a little bit of live from Michigan. It's just you. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you, John. 5 alarm pants on fire nailer. Good to see you. Good to see you, John. Appropriately, Jackson made a fool of herself in a play that's a gross insult. Yeah, absolutely. It's a LGBTQRSNOP plus 2 and woke ideology. Modern people must always pretend that heroes of the classics should have behaved like 21st century wokies, and both say Shakespeare and the founding fathers would have been horrified. How did we get to the point in America where the Supreme Court justice dances around in a sparkly costume on stage? Even more importantly, how did we get to the point where media will glorify an unqualified diversity, equity, inclusion hire for performing badly in a diversity, equity, inclusion play? Oh, dignity, dignity, where art thou, dignity? One of the songs reworked for and Juliet is effing perfect. And while the word perfect has nothing to do with KBJ gyrating and screeching on stage, the first half of the phrase is disturbingly descriptive when you watch Jackson tittering female empowerment. Sick. I think you'll agree with me. I've certainly felt sick listening to her. At least she's now seems to be able to identify what is a woman. Putin and Z would have no doubt laughing their pants off at the unserious Democrat Party if they saw this embarrassment. Yeah, I'm not even going to play it. Just shows how tiny she is. She's a tiny little thing. Apparently, Jackson has long harbored an aspiration to be the first U.S. Supreme Court justice to perform on a Broadway play. It's amazing the weird lengths to which Democrats' imaginations will go. And even more amazing that their insane fantasies are allowed to take shape in reality. I've always loved theater, and I feel very comfortable on stage. I was always performing from when I was really young. It just felt like the theater people were my people. Jackson gushed on CBS News. She articulately stated, I was just like, wow, this is really going to happen. And I was going through my lines. Unfortunately, her comical performance as a Supreme Court justice is likely to continue indefinitely. Jackson claims to have been in a drama class with Matt Damon and was proud that 2 scenes were written into at Juliet for her one-time appearance. I mean, there were times when I considered doing acting. I always wanted to be a lawyer, but I thought, well, maybe I'm pretty good at this, she babbled. What a break it would have been for America had she decided to go with the acting. She was in theater in college. Go figure. Yeah, go figure. It's always the drama rats. Don't worry, I was in theater also in like junior high and high school. Jackson even had a platitude to preach after her Broadway debut. I think it's a lesson. Don't give up and don't be deterred what you can do it, that you can do it. And again, that anything is possible. Even being so woke and stupid that you can't define what a woman is, but you can still sit on a Supreme Court and be cheered wildly on Broadway. Yet another humiliating episode brought to you by our sponsor, Sleepy Joe Biden. May his brain rest in peace. Conjetti Brown Jackson is not a biologist, and she should never have been a Supreme Court justice either. It's too bad we can't force her into early retirement so she can pursue her dreams of performing on Broadway permanently. Parting with Conjetti would be glorious relief, not sweet sorrow. Yeah. No, she's probably a freak in the sheets. Who wants to spin her first? I bet she I don't know. I don't think I want to even attempt that. She's a little scary. A little scary. More thumbs, please. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, throw those thumbs in there. Make them feel much better. Good morning, Iron Rabbit. Good morning. How is my wonderful mod? How are you? So good to see you. Good to see you, Stormy. Well, we have this one here. Unfortunately, Justin Trudeau considered resigning as a Canadian Prime Minister. Well, this is interesting. Justin Trudeau is reportedly considering resigning as Prime Minister of Canada, according to sources cited by CTV News. This development comes on the heels of Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland's announcement that she plans to step down from cabinet as PJ Media Chris Queen. I thought that said something else. Chris Queen. That. Don't try to say that 10 times in a row. Chris Queen reported earlier on Monday. It was an explosive resignation letter published Monday morning. Freeland ignited a storm of confusion and speculation on Parliament Hill the same day she was set to table. Got it. I need to get my eyes checked. Her fall economic statement, a document that typically includes key economic metrics such as the size of Canada's deficit. Oh, it's such a large deficit. It's very large. Leaders from the Conservative Party and the Bloc of Quebecists, I don't know, I have a hard time understanding all of this, have demanded an election. The NDP's leader has called on Trudeau to resign. Well, I don't think there was a whole lot of people that liked Trudeau in the first place. I mean, there was quite a few that I could see that had issues with him. Like it wasn't just a small one either. It was like, here, this is one of the perfect examples how people felt about him right here.
We got donuts over here if you want to thank you for your hard work.
I can bring some for my kids here.
Okay. The 25% tariffs we just brought in on Chinese skills can help you out.
That's going to keep my job. What about the 40% taxes I'm paying? And I don't have a doctor.
The $400 million in invest in the card means you're going to have a job for
I think you're only here for another year. We won't see you around probably another year.
Well, that's what elections are for.
That's right.
And I look forward to everyone exercising the right to vote.
Yep.
Basic choice. We're going to invest in you and your job.
I don't believe you for a second.
Dental care? You know anyone who got dental care?
Yeah, I pay for it myself.
Okay.
We're like 3 years behind.
The job and coverage.
Yeah,
but we
four
got
people
seniors.
in my family.
We've got
Every
seniors.
time we go for a dental visit, it's costing me about $50 in my pocket per person.
Okay.
Why? I have a good job. You're not really doing anything for us, Justin.
Well, actually, we just invested, so 500,000 people haven't been to the dentist.
Yeah.
Got to go to the dentist over the past few
Probably
months.
like my neighbor that doesn't go to work because she's lazy.
You
She
know
just
what?
doesn't go to work. She lives the same way
Most
if I do.
Canadians try to stick up for each other, and that's what we're going to keep doing.
Yeah.
Good luck. And
Oh, yeah.
everything
No,
else, sir.
no, I'm good.
Thank you. All right.
Have a nice day.
Have a good day, sir.
Uh-huh.
The other guys got the donuts. Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the attitude of the Prime Minister. Just like, you're doing it to help out your neighbor. Yeah, because don't we care about our neighbors so much that we do things for our neighbors? Well, Poland doesn't. Poland doesn't care about their neighbors. You want to see how they handle people? I think all the beautiful natural land they have up there leads them towards communism. Communism starts the gateway drug called tree hugging. It starts with a gateway drug called tree hugging. Well, there is maple in them there, and then their trees, and well, sometimes you just got to poke a hole, get that sap right out. This is how Poland treats people jumping the fence. Their border control.
No ja jakieś.
Plain and simple.
Wynoszę z powrotem.
Just there you are. You want to jump the border? There you go. See you bye. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was beautiful. This was Freeland's resignation letter. It says, "Dear Prime Minister, it has been the honor of my life to serve in government, working for Canada and the Canadians. We've accomplished a lot together. On Friday, you told me you no longer want me to serve as your finance minister and offered me another position in the cabinet. Upon reflection, I have concluded the only honest and viable path is for me to resign from the cabinet. To be effective, a minister must speak on behalf of the prime minister with its full confidence. In making your decision, you made it clear I no longer credibly enjoy that confidence and possess the authority that comes with it." For the past couple of weeks, you and I have found ourselves at odds with the best path forward for Canada. Our country today faces a grave challenge. The incoming administration of the United States is pursuing the policy of aggressive economic nationalism, including the threat of a 25% tariffs. We need to take that threat extremely seriously. That means keeping our fiscal powder dry today so we have reserves we may need for the coming tariff war. That there. What the hell is that? Okay. That's so weird. I heard something in the background. That means eschewing costly political gimmicks which we can ill afford and we make Canadians doubt that we recognize the gravity of the moment. It means pushing back against the America First economic nationalism with a determined effort to fight Canada, to fight capital and investment and jobs they bring. It means working in good faith and humility with the premiers of the provinces and territories of our great diverse country, and building a true Team Canada response. She reveled in freezing the bank accounts of protesters. Yes, she did. She was an absolute horrendous person. They reveled in that. I have a buddy that lives up in Canada, and in that province where, what is that? The OPP province. I think that's Ontario Provincial Province or something crap like that. And no, he visits there. He lives in a different one. He lives like above whatever Michigan, whatever province that is. And he was saying that, "Oh, I heard it was absolutely horrible. I have friends there, blah, 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 blah." I was like, "Well, did you see this and this and this?" And he goes, "Yeah, I don't know why they would do that." I was like, "Because they locked people down and took away their bank accounts." I mean, they were protesting. That's how you do a protest without harming people. That's the proper way to protest. And he goes, "Yeah, you don't do that here." Like, wow. Nah, yeah, I don't know. She continued, "I know Canadians would recognize and respect such approach that they know when we are working for them. They equally know when we're focused on ourselves. Inevitably, our time in government will come to an end, but now we deal with the threat our country currently faces will define us for a generation, perhaps longer. Canada will win if we are strong, smart, and united." And of course, even she lost confidence in Trudeau. The government is in shambles. Political analyst and CTV's official pollster Nick Nanos has labeled the situation a disaster for Trudeau, even as Freeland reaffirms her loyalty to the party. Justin Trudeau has just learned what it's like to be thrown under the political bus, Nanos said in an interview on CTV News Channel. I can't envision what Justin Trudeau can do right now to fix this. He's reportedly planning to address Parliament on Monday afternoon, which I'm sure that already happened, but we're calling for Justin Trudeau's resignation. NDP leader Sad Meetsinge, I don't know, told reporters early Monday afternoon. I feel for you guys that are up there. I really feel for you guys that are up there in the 51st state. I really hope that it gets much better. Hope that it gets really much better. Oh, I covered that already. I'm not talking about that. I did not hear how this turned out. I've got some good news for you, or bad news. I don't know which one it might be, but what I do have is a little bit of a coffee break. I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'm gonna grab myself some more coffee, get completely zinged out as quickly as possible. And this is just a short break. See you in a couple.
Shizzy, when it's chat we thrive, where Shizzy does dance and memes arrive. No quiet moments, no dull night. We laugh and funny sight. Oh, Shizzy's crowd, you're wild and true, with crazy gifts and jokes that flew. We're living pixels in the stream, a digital dream, a shared daydream. From shoutouts to those random screams, to inside jokes and endless memes. We talk and Shizzy, when it's chat we thrive, where Shizzy does dance and memes arrive. No quiet moments, no dull night. We laugh and funny sight. Oh, Shizzy's crowd, you're wild and true, with crazy gifts and jokes that flew. We're living pixels in the stream, a digital dream, a shared daydream. From shoutouts to those random screams, to inside jokes and endless memes. In Shizzy, when it's chat we thrive, where Shizzy does dance and memes arrive. No quiet moments, no dull night. We laugh and funny sight. Oh, Shizzy's crowd, you're wild and true, with crazy gifts and jokes that flew. We're living pixels in the stream, a digital dream, a shared daydream. From shoutouts to those random screens, to inside jokes and endless memes. We type our hearts, we spam the love. Our chat rooms like a lit up club. Oh, chat rooms like a lit up club. Oh, Shizzy's crowd, you're wild and true, with crazy gifts and jokes that flew. We're living pixels in the stream, a digital dream, a shared daydream. Ooh, yeah, we come together night and day. We laugh, we play in our way. A family in a cyberspace, loving hearts in this virtual place. Oh, Shizzy's crowd, you're wild and true, with crazy gifts and jokes that flew. We're living pixels in the stream, a digital dream, a shared daydream.
Oh, yeah. Breaking. Judge Mer Chan rules on Trump's request to dismiss Bragg's case. Judge Juan Merchan on Monday rejected a request from Trump's attorneys to dismiss charges brought by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, citing claims of presidential immunity. The decision follows a July motion by Trump and his legal team asking Merchan to overturn his guilty verdict in New York v. Trump. They argued that the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling on presidential immunity for official acts should apply. However, Merchan ruled that the trial evidence pertained entirely to unofficial conduct and thus received no immunity protections. Further, even if this court were to deem all of the contested evidence, both preserved and unpreserved, as official conduct falling within the outer perimeter of defendants' presidential authority, he would still find that the people's use of these acts as evidence of the decidedly, personal acts of falsifying business records poses no danger of intrusion on the authority and function of the executive branch, a conclusion amply supported by non-motive related evidence. Merchan also argued the court said if an error occurred regarding the introduction of the challenged evidence, such error was harmless in light of the overwhelming evidence of guilt. Merchan rejected the request, but has yet to rule on his formal motion to dismiss the case altogether. Today's decision by deeply conflicted acting Justice Merchan and the Manhattan DA witch hunt is a direct violation of the Supreme Court's decision on immunity and other long-standing jurisprudence. Trump spokesman Steve Cheng said in a statement to Fox News Digital, this lawless case should never have been brought, and the Constitution demands it be immediately dismissed, as President Trump must be allowed to continue the presidential transition process and execute the vital duties of the presidency unobstructed by the remains of this or any other witch hunt. The sooner these hoaxes end, the sooner our country can unite behind President Trump for the betterment of all Americans. Chung, the incoming White House communications director, added Donald Trump pleaded not guilty to 34 counts of falsifying business records in connection to alleged hush money payments investigated by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. The probe, initiated by former DA Cyrus Vance and prosecuted by Alvin Bragg, culminated in a 6-week trial where a partisan New York City jury found Trump guilty on all counts. In July, Trump told Todd Blanche filed a motion citing the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling that former presidents have substantial immunity for official acts. Blanche argued that evidence involving Trump's official duties, such as testimony from the former White House staffers, his presidential tweets, responses to FEC inquiries, and other related matters, was improperly admitted during the trial. Love it when you read to me. Well, thank you. Thank you. Okay, who's paying the judge off? No, this judge does not. You have to remember that his daughter works closely with I believe it is a senator or a congressman that is a Democrat hardcore, and Judge Merchan's going to do what he can to. I mean, I do understand where he's saying, yeah, some of this stuff is not it doesn't fall under presidential immunity, but what they put into their pleadings, the evidence that they gathered against him was part of presidential immunity. Had the information not been provided, then, well, probably would have not had a case. But they were relying on that too much. I don't know. I've got, that's not my lawsuit. I'm not one having to pay out billions of dollars. I did not hear this until this morning. This happened last night. Holy cow. German government collapses after chancellor loses no confidence vote. The government of German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, I don't know, lost a vote of confidence in the German parliament on Monday, opening the way for snap elections on the 23rd of February, 2025. German lawmakers voted to dissolve the existing government by a vote of 394 to 207, with 116 abstaining 9 months before the parliamentary elections were scheduled to happen. German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier was forced to dissolve the parliament ahead of the new elections with a no confidence vote. The news comes after the governing coalition of France, another leading power in the European Union, collapsed only a few weeks ago. Scholz, who has led Germany since December 21, is the most unpopular chancellor in the post-war era as Europe's largest economy continues to implode over high energy costs caused by the war in the Ukraine. The chancellor warned members of the Bundestag, I don't know, Bundestag. Jeez, why do you have to have such hard names to pronounce, Germans? Before December 16th vote, that politics is not a game. Well, obviously, to them, it seems to be because, well, they want to get Ukraine in on NATO. That right there seems to be a really big game for them. It's now up to voters to determine the political course of our country, which faces the fourth snap election in German history in the 75 years since the Second World War. Analysts say the chancellor is expected to lose the vote when he was forced to call for last week, and is betting that his minority government will theoretically be in a stronger position after the early elections. Scholz's three-party coalition with the German parliament collapsed last month after serious internal infighting, leaving him with a lame duck minority government which lacks the votes to pass laws or even a budget. Wow. The three-party coalition consists of the SDP, the Greens, and the Free Democrat Party. It fell after Scholz sacked his government's finance minister over how to revive Germany's stagnant economy. Well, you're not going to do it by putting up charging machines every 500 feet. I will say, though, Germany does make some pretty damn solid freaking cars. Just saying, you know. Scholz's Democrat Party is falling far behind in opinion polls as the Conservative Christian Democrat Union, CDU, led by Frederick Merz, surging ahead of what looks to be a fiercely fought election campaign. In the meantime, his government continued to find ways to suppress the rising right-wing populist party, Alternative for Deutschland, AfD, which is causing trouble for Germany's mainstream political establishment. Some of the German establishment worry that snap elections may unintendedly favor the AfD, which has been winning over voters disaffected by the nation's current dysfunctional political class. That does happen. Despite the CDU's leading in most polls, there's no clear frontrunner going to snap elections for February, while Scholz's hopes of winning a governing majority after the snap election are slim but not impossible. And Germany's 7 largest parties will go to the special elections with a solid chance of gaining seats, while Scholz is widely expected to lose his position as chancellor. After the February elections, a new government will be formed when the majority parties agree on a coalition, which is expected by April or May. And this is the problem with having people that don't have the best outcome for your country. It is really interesting to me when people don't have a good outlook for their. And I think we need a little happy break is what we need. We just need a happy break right now. And there's this right here. Nice. Just easy stuff to watch. The little guy comes up here. He's very curious. Oh. I want to get one of these, and hopefully it doesn't tear my face apart. This guy has some muscle on him. Little aggressive bastard. Like, come on, look at the muscles on this thing. I mean, I've seen bodybuilders that have less muscle on them. Good Lord. That thing is just after every little bit. I mean, is that not adorable? Come on. Yeah, just don't let him bite your hand. That's going to hurt. And this is a warning. Don't play with the wildlife. Don't play with the wildlife. This could end up really bad for you. Just saying. I mean, he might tear off your face. It's cute. Marmite. Is that what that is? It's a marmite. Oh, that's pretty damn cute little thing. Yeah, that is cute. Well, looks like our mail is moving again. If someone wants to send me a Christmas card, well, That's how it goes. Welcome, Zach. How you doing? Zach, if I wasn't working, I most certainly would be sleeping. I would be sleeping too if I wasn't streaming. It was a very interesting one. Very interesting one last night. Very interesting one. Oh my God. I saw, where did it go? I saw something that caught my interest yesterday, and I wanted to show that to you guys. Where in the hell is it? Oh, yeah. That's what it was. I can't. Okay. So this right here is a story. I'm not going to pull it up. It says, breaking news: President Biden has just signed a work from home deal for over 42,000 federal workers, which would prevent Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy from ordering them back into the office full time. The only problem is even if he signs an executive order, Trump can turn that executive order down. He can make it where they have to work. All he did was sign some sort of deal, and president can overturn that pretty damn quick. But you want to see someone go to their default settings? This is going to make you just really go, this is awesome. Just watch.
Look, I've been a vegetarian my entire life. Like since I was a little kid, I've never one time tried meat. And I'm about to try it now for the first time. She just convinced me. She said that Asian Zing was like the. Oh, I don't know if I can do it, dude. This was alive. Like
You can do it.
Yep. He just reset. You know how quick he reset? Oh my God. Oh my God. Biden broke it. Trump will fix it. That seems to be the thing. Let's hope trying bacon or a great steak. No, it was some fried chicken, some spiced chicken. I'll tell you a really cool story. A friend of mine, in Louisiana. Imagine living in Louisiana, being a vegetarian since you were 15 years old. This girl, since she was 15, was a vegetarian, but she hated vegetables. Really interesting. And you can see the reset in the eyes. Absolutely, you could. She, they had their first child, and she started craving meat, and she would eat fish, but she just didn't want to have any sort of like meat or like red meat or pork or anything like that. She wouldn't eat any of that. And they finally got seen men do that with eating alligator for the first time. That's true. That's true. And she was a closet meat eater. No, she was not a closet. Well, different kind of meat. She said, "Well, I'm gonna go ahead and try this." And once she got her first few bites of some good Cajun, like good Cajun food. Now we're not talking the kind of crap that you find somewhere in Minnesota. Yeah, if humans were meant to be herbivores, we wouldn't have canines. Exactly. Omnivores. Just saying. And she tried the first few bites of that, and she hasn't turned back since. She was also overweight, and when she started eating meat, the amount of protein that she was getting, instead of having to eat a whole bunch of food, she was able to eat less food to get the nutrients her body needed, and dropped a lot of weight. the last time I saw her, she had thinned down drastically. Yeah, the vegetarian diet was not doing well for her. You're trying pork chops tonight. I'll tell you a funny joke. One of my old bandmates, which was Jewish, his parents were like he wasn't practicing what is the religion? Judaism, I guess is what it's called. Yeah, whatever. But his parents were, and he told his mother something, and she didn't believe him, and he made a bet with her. He made a bet with her that if he was right, that she would eat a whole plate of bacon. And he wanted video of it when he won. Yeah, that was a pretty interesting path that she went down. There was a picture, there was a video of her just going, "Why does my son have to be right?" Oh, Kuna is born in the swamp. Hell yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. You gotta have that real good Cajun food. And her daughter, oh my God, daughter. It has been that long. Her daughter is getting ready to start Tulane. That's damn, time flies. I remember whenever she was born, she was just this little bitty thing. But her daughter, whenever before she had teeth, she was eating spicy food. She loves spicy food. Just, it did not affect her whatsoever. There's something that I wanted to talk about this morning, but I'm not able to because I don't know all the details of it. But it looks like there was another pew-pewing, and there was another manifesto, 6-page manifesto, and that right there is it's pretty disturbing to see what her outlook was. And I've got nothing to verify this, so I'm gonna put a disclaimer up here because I don't know if it's true or not. So right here, this channel cannot confirm anything of what you see or hear as true or correct. This would be me just pulling up some interesting news. Okay, so here we go. Interesting news. Can't confirm this, can't deny it, but here we go.
That's why they're trying to impeach him. That's why they're doing anything, even crashing an economy with a pandemic, COVID, to make sure that he doesn't get reelected. He will get reelected in Jesus' name. And when these documents do come out, when the congressman asks to hold hearings, subpoenas will come out. I'm ready. I don't know if you got your popcorn ready, Gary, but I got my popcorn ready for justice in this country. This 2020 has been crazy, but hopefully it's full of justice.
Wow. Yeah, this is a whistleblower for the CIA. I don't know if it's true, and I can't verify any of it. Cows are meant to be eaten. Yes, they were, are, and always will be meant to be eaten. Okay. No, you're not. Shizzy Whizney. Just another Cajun Joe. Yeah. Just another Cajun Joe. We got lots of Cajuns in here. I love it. Some good old coon ass food. Man, I'll tell you, I worked with a guy that was from deep in the bayou when I worked pipeline welding. And him and his wife, well, it was mainly him because he's the one that did most of the cooking, invited us, all of us guys over for, I think it was right at the end of spring, just invited us over, and he did a large large spread, like Cajun food, spice. Oh, it was supreme. Best thing I ever had. I was what, 16 at the time. It was ooh. I mean, words can't describe how good that was the first time I ever had like authentic Louisiana cooking. Mm-hmm. Words cannot begin to describe how good that was. It is. And it looks like MSNBC MSNBC may be getting ready to run into their own problems. Getting ready to run into their own problems in another. If they don't retract it, this might end up into an issue for them right here.
I would just say, I mean, this feels like it has a real chilling effect. Like, I mean, shout out to the standards department. Okay, standards is always making sure that we are keeping the bar high and substantive and accurate. But what George Stephanopoulos said in that interview, I mean, it seems to hold up with what the judge said after the fact. And now his news organization and himself, George Stephanopoulos himself, is paying $1 million of his own money to the lawyers, and ABC $15 million. It's insane. I would just say, I mean, this feels like.
Yeah. QQ, where have all the bones gone out of our meat? Here in Canada, can't find bones in any of chops or roast beefs. You might find one on a T-bone steak. Do you have the same problem in the States? No, not at all. We have no problems with getting bones in our meat. Matter of fact, my shoulder usually goes right on there with bone in, because that's where you get all that delicious flavor whenever you smoke 13 pounds of pork butt. Your mama taught you to cook at 8 years old. Cooked my first Thanksgiving meal with help at 10. I love it. Yeah, my old coworker, he was, I don't know, that's something that's a little bit different. Learning to cook is something I think every man should learn. That skill. Learn how to cook. You can survive on your own. Oh my gosh. Can't eat bones. Well, you can't eat bones, but they add so much flavor to the meat. It is beautiful. Bone in prime rib for Christmas. Oh man. Yeah. Leftists want to go to court until they rule against them. That is absolutely true. Yeah. See, exactly. See, got to have bones for flavor. Everybody knows this. That's where all the flavor comes from. Buffalo this year. I've never had buffalo. Wait, I take that back. I did have buffalo, or was it bison? Went to Vegas to a burger joint there, and I believe it was bison. That was really good. Really good meat. Really good meat. Oh my gosh. What is this? Oh my. This is interesting. You're gonna love this. I gotta show this to you because it's gonna make you laugh. You've been to Ted's Montana? You never been to Ted Montana Grill? Maybe that was the place. It was bison, not buffalo. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Have you ever seen the price of ham hocks? For 2 hocks, they're almost $8. But they go well into greens, man. Put those in your collard greens. I'll make lentil soup with bone broth. Yeah. Glad I caught a sale spiral ham for 99 cents a pound. Otherwise, it would have been $50 for one ham. We got it for 10. Yeah, you're going to see prices starting to change, but you're going to love this. This should put a smile on everyone's face right here.
Rolls Royce.
Swift Desire.
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 You got a three bone roast the other week. In order to get what you wanted, you had to get prime, dry, aged beef, and then that bones and fat cap were the same price per pound in the butcher's trash can or home with me. Exactly. Yeah. Good morning. How are you doing, Shelly Huckabee? How you doing? Good to see you. Good morning. Oh boy. But yeah, so we've also got, this is going to be a very interesting year. This year can just not end soon enough. Where do you find the videos of? I know you shouldn't be jumping on top of Rolls Royces like that. I'm telling you, Diane, shame on you. Shame on you. I can't help it. You just come popping up in my feed, and it just, I've got to show those, videos of you. I find that a little obnoxious. It was like 2 pounds of fat cap. Need a reasonable starting. Yeah. Oh, welcome. Evening from Brisbane, Australia. Evening, Glennis. How you doing? Welcome. It is this one right here is cannot come soon enough. This year cannot end soon enough. We have this right here. Celebrate good times. Come on. Trump to fire Pentagon's DEI staffers on day one. Barring some outbreak of rage and insanity from the left, January 20th is shaping up to be a glorious day. The regime of lawfare, division, open borders, endless wars will exit the White House, and a solidly American first administration will take its place. Also departing from the big stage on that day will be the Biden-Harris regime's rogue gallery of fanaticists, fabulists, and the fakes who have managed to gain fame, fortune, and favor by being the proper shade of brown, or insisting that despite all appearances, they really are women and not men, or by belonging to that religion that motivates the 911 hijackers to fly planes into World Trade Center and the Pentagon. Now, that same Pentagon is due for a thorough house cleaning, which is set to begin on the day Donald Trump re-enters Oval Office. The first target will be the gaggle of leftists who have no knowledge or interest in winning wars or protecting the American people from its enemies, but are only in the Defense Department in the first place because they enable leftist bean counters to tick off a few boxes on their diversity, equity, inclusion flowchart. The Washington Examiner reported Monday that once Trump is president again, he already has plans to destroy President Joe Biden's focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion programs at the Pentagon. This comes just weeks after Trump transition team announced that once and future president would also, according to a November 25th military.com report, medically discharge an estimated 15,000 transgender service members from the military. Military.com had the sads about that plan, claiming that the sudden dismissal of so many troops would prove chaotic. Advocates supporting the alphabet soup service members say that the military services would be forced to fill gaps and compensate for a loss of experience at a time when recruiting remains a struggle. It doesn't seem to have occurred to the leftist ideologues who wrote that report that the one reason why the recruitment remains a struggle is because the military, during Biden-Harris's regime, became increasingly the domain of the delusional and the perverted, complete with drag queens on Navy ships. The military was once a place where young men went in order to prove their manliness. Back in the days when Rudyard Kipling promised that if a man kept his head during times of adversity, he would be a man, assuming that was a good thing. Now, by contrast, that idea is openly mocked in the military by officers who insist they're women or dogs. Real men are increasingly turning away from the military as it has turned its attention away from defending the American people and has become obsessed with becoming a laboratory for the left's latest cultural fads. On January 20th, however, there is some hope for the American military yet, officials said. According to the Examiner, that one initial move would be the wholesale firing of DEI contractors and warnings to service academy chiefs that the woke era is over and it is time to get back to teaching war fighting. The military actually studying how to wage war, why, that would be something to see, the likes of which we have not had the privilege of seeing in quite some time. Former Trump White House spokesman Sean Spicer had even more good news, saying if you've been in charge of, if you're a contractor, anyone that's been leading the front on diversity, equity, inclusion can expect to see being fired pretty much on day one. The message has gone out that anyone who's been in charge of DEI at any level should be getting their resume in order. Yeah, these people are going to go out into the workforce with terrific resume items. I spent 21 to 2025 teaching Pentagon officials about why there should be a tampon dispenser in men's room. During the Biden administration, I handled hate crimes against people who misgendered trans military offers and so on ad infinitum. It's getting back to basics, Spicer said, and it's high time. After all, what is the military for? We have China openly talking about war in 2027, Spicer pointed out, adding, I don't think they care about our woke policies. Actually, they care about them very deeply as they hope to take advantage of them, Spicer continued. I mean, there's literally recruiting campaigns in other countries talking about how weak we are and unfocused right now. This is about getting back to focus on war fighting and readiness and not a moment too soon. And we hope that we don't have any more wars. Darlene, so glad I can hunt just 2 miles away from home, get what I need to eat. Local farmers bringing you chickens to butcher today are really cheap, $2 a bird. That's pretty good. And probably not pumped up with hormones too. That would be nice. Good morning, Roxanne. Roxanne. Very sad what she did was wrong, but I can't feel for her. She was failed by so many parents. Of course, she was bullied in school. I don't know who you're talking about, but that sucks. Shizzy, why can't Cajuns work at NASA? Because they all yell launch whenever they go to lunch. Enjoy your Nutra stew. I love it. Military is a joke now. They don't make people warriors, they make them whiners. My daddy is rolling over in his grave. I agree, Bonita. That is very true. It is a sad state. There are still some good people in the military, and hopefully they were able to stick it out and they weren't forced into these bad situations. It's not the same military that I went into. It is not the same military that I went into. Well, this next story was brought to you by the red state. Look at checking my time because I'm going to grab some more coffee here shortly. You have to do it. Trump says he'll continue to sue the pants off the line leftist media. If you didn't catch President-elect Donald Trump's press conference from Mar-a-Lago, you missed one humdinger of a media event. The purpose of the event, covered by Red State's Ward Clark, was to announce a $100 billion investment by Japanese technology from SoftBank, a move that is expected to create more than 100,000 American jobs. Once that triumphant announcement was made, Trump did what Joe Biden and Camel Toe have long been afraid to do. He took questions from the assembled media without having the answers written down for him. It was a thing to behold. It was Trump at his best, easily handling the questions being thrown at him and putting hostile reporters in their place. No topic was off limits. A lot of ground was covered, from drones to deportations to border wall sell-offs to CEO deletions. One topic that elicited a long answer from the president-elect was a reply to a question about his big $15 million win against ABC, which he sued for defamation. Red State's Bone Chi and the details on that big Trump win. Donald Trump has won again. ABC News, George Stephanopoulos have settled the defamation lawsuit brought by the incoming president, with the news network agreeing to pay $15 million in damages while also issuing an apology that they buried on page 15. The lawsuit was the first filed after Stephanopoulos claimed, as a matter of fact, that Trump had raped E. Jean Carroll. The comment came during an interview with Representative Nancy Mace. The reporter at Mar-a-Lago asked Trump if he intended to keep pursuing lawsuits against media outlets, whether it be newspapers, cable networks, social media influencers, once he's back in the White House. Trump's answer, I think you have to do it because they're very dishonest. He continued, you need fair elections, you need borders, and you need a fair press. I have a few others lawsuits that I'm doing. I'm not doing this because I want to. I'm doing this because I feel I have an obligation to do. One person, he apparently has his sights on his pollster Ann Seltzer and her newspaper, the Des Moines Register, although he didn't name Seltzer specifically. Trump called foul in her extremely faulty polling that showed camel toe with a very surprising lead in Iowa going into election day, saying, in my opinion, it was a fraud and it was an election interference per the president-elect. We probably will be filing a major lawsuit against them today or tomorrow. It gets better. CBS News, very rotten, no good, horrible year, is about to get that much worse. Where he says, we are filing one on 60 Minutes. You know that. They took Camel Toe's answer, which was a crazy answer, a horrible answer, and they took the whole answer out and replaced it with something else she said later on in the interview, which wasn't a great answer, but it wasn't like the first one. The first one was grossly incompetent, and it was weird. Trump said the 60 Minutes edit scandal was fraud and election interference. But wait, there's more. We're involved with one that's been going on for a while and very successfully against Bob Woodward, where he didn't quote me properly from the tapes. And then on top of everything else, he sold the tapes, which he wasn't allowed to do. He could only use them for reporting purposes, not for sale purposes. And he admits that, and I think will be successful in that one. And if you want to see that, we'll show that to you really quick.
Please, could you come in on?
I want to expand on the defamation lawsuits. Could you see moving that to other people with individual platforms, social media influencers, people that
Or newspapers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I do. I think you have to do it because they're very dishonest. We need a great media. We need a fair media. We need, it's very important. And we need borders. We need walls, but we need borders and we need fair elections. You look at California, millions and millions of ballots were sent out. They're still counting the vote in California with the machines. They're counting the vote.
Yeah,
if
they
you
are.
had paper ballots, the votes would have been counted 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Now, you need fair elections, you need borders, and you need a fair press. And the press is, no, I see others. I have a few others that I'm doing. I'm going to, as an example, I'm doing this not because I want to. I'm doing this because I feel I have an obligation to. I'm going to be bringing one against the people in Iowa, their newspaper, which had a very, very good pollster who got me right all the time. And then just before the election, she said I was going to lose by 3 or 4 points. And it became the biggest story all over the world.
Squirrel is really good.
I was going to win Iowa by 20 points. The farmers love me and I love the farmers. And it was interesting the way she did it. She brought it down 2 weeks before. She said I was going to only win by 4. That was a big strike. But that was good because she brought it down from like 22 points to 4 or whatever the number was. Way up, an easy win. We never even thought to go there. I respect them. I love them. And they understand there's no reason to go there because she brought it from way up, walk away, which it was. And it turned out to be in the election too, by the way. It was a win by many, many points. And then she brought it down very smartly to 4 a couple of weeks before. And everyone said, wow, that's amazing. He's only up by 4 points. Then she brought it down to where I was down by 3 or 4, whatever the number she used. And that was the Des Moines Register. And it was their parent. And in my opinion, it was fraud and it was election interference. You know, she's gotten me right always. She's a very good pollster. She knows what she was doing. And she then quit before. And we'll probably be filing a major lawsuit against them today or tomorrow. We're filing one on 60 Minutes, you know about that, where they took Kamala's answer, which was a crazy answer, a horrible answer, and they took the whole answer out and they replaced it with something else she said later on in the interview, which wasn't a great answer, but it wasn't like the first one. The first was grossly incompetent. It was weird. And that was fraud and election interference by their news magazine, a big part of CBS News. So as you know, we're involved in that one. We're involved in one which has been going on for a while and very successfully against Bob Woodward, where he didn't quote me properly from the tapes. And then on top of everything else, he sold the tapes, which he wasn't allowed to do. He could only use them for reporting purposes, not for sale purposes. And he admits that.
Yep.
And I think we'll be successful on that one. And
It's going to be
we have one
pretty
very
interesting.
interestingly on Pulitzer because
Oh.
reporters at the New York Times, Washington Post got Pulitzer Prizes for their wonderful, accurate, and highly professional reporting on the Russia hoax. Well, it turned out to be a hoax, and they were exactly wrong. People, like many people, John Solomon, Sean Hannity's not for Pulitzer, but Sean Hannity got it right. Many people got it right. Tucker got it right. Jesse got it right. Laura got it right.
Defamation is not free speech. Defamation is not free speech. That's the thing that people tend to forget, that defamation is completely different. Yeah.
Janine got it right. A lot of people got it right. They didn't get anything. They gave it to reporters that got it absolutely wrong. And now everybody admits it was a hoax. And I want them to take back the Pulitzer Prizes and pay big damages. And I think we're doing very well on that one. They have no excuse for it. They gave a Pulitzer.
What was that from? Tapes, and he quoted wrong? No, he pulled those out. He left parts of the quotes out, which can be wrong. That right there, taking things out of context can cause a lot of harm. Yeah, a lot of harm.
Prize to writers that got Russia wrong. And so I think we're doing well. And I feel I have to do this. I shouldn't really be the one to do it. It should have been Justice Department or somebody else, but I have to do it. It costs a lot of money to do it, but we have to straighten out the press. Our press is very corrupt, almost as corrupt as our elections.
That was brought to you by Newsbusters. Newsbusters. Well, see, I don't know. That right there would be something that they'll have to battle out in court. That is something that they'll have to battle out in court. I have my opinions of that, but it doesn't mean anything. It's fraud by manipulation of information. Exactly. Thank you very much, Joyce. Best way to put it. Best way to put it. It is going to be interesting to watch that case. Wow, this is interesting. I just saw this. I think this might be old, but I believe this happened. Just watch. It's a garbage truck. Eek. Eek. Whoa. That's rough. Oof, dang. Yeah, that's a garbage truck that blew up in Arlington Heights, Illinois. Looks like they were trying to put out the fire, but it didn't go quite how they expected it to go. Ooh. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Okay, who stashed the fireworks in the garage again? No, that was a garbage truck. That was a garbage truck. Let me go ahead and mute this because this is. I saw this. I saw this yesterday. I had to share this with you right here. Oh my gosh. That's not the only one. They also did one with strawberries. Watch his face turn into a big giant strawberry. This is cool. I love it. I love it. Yes. And we've got We've got the watermelon. Is that a watermelon or a mango or something? I don't know what that is. What is that? Kiwi? I think that's a kiwi. Yeah, I think that's a kiwi. A pineapple. Oh God, not the pineapple. No, no, not the pineapple. It's so cool. Oh, hey, Mr. Pineapple Head. Kaiser. That's what Kaiser Pineapple needs right there. He needs to have that. Oh, that would be glorious. That would be glorious. Ah. And today I'm checking my time here. I want to make sure that this next one that I want to show you, it's gonna come with some of my own music, because the music that it's playing would get me in all kinds of trouble, and I can't have that. I can't have getting myself in trouble for my music. Now, a lot of talk has been about these drones over the past couple of days, and those drones that you keep hearing about, it looks like we have a guy that doesn't know how to properly fire a firearm telling you all about drones. Yeah. Yeah, this guy's a sort of a kook. Hey, how's it going? Still worried about 3 tons of fertilizer that went missing from the train? Yeah, yeah, that should be fruit salad. I love it. Yes, Kaiser pineapple. It would have been awesome. Yeah, there it was. I was summoned. Yeah, we showed the Kaiser pineapple Iron Man outfit. That was pretty cool. All right, we got this from a guy that knows nothing about firearms, and actually, because they're complete idiots, they managed to injure somebody at their latest shooting range. The silly, ridiculous Adam.
What I'm hearing from FBI is, we don't see a threat here. And look, honestly, every video I've seen, and I've spent the last couple of days looking at every one of these videos, every video I have seen on Twitter or on the internet are all airplanes. They're literally all airplanes. Some of them will show an airplane that's kind of stable out there and says that's a drone. And actually, it's an airplane flying towards you at 30,000 feet. And I can see the lighting on it. And if there are drones out there, by the way, and if any of these pictures that they have shown are actual drones, these drones then are complying with FAA lighting requirements, a green on the right, a red on the left with a strobe. And so it's not Iran, it's not aliens if there are drones. My guess is if there are drones, again, because again, all I've seen are airplanes, then it is more than likely some company that's out testing drones or something like that and has no requirement to tell the public that they're doing it, because they're actually operating these things legally. There have been no accusations of illegal operations. By the way, as a pilot myself, I can fly over a military base whenever I want. Those restrictions don't exist. So I think there's a lot of math.
That would not be true. You cannot fly over an airbase with just whenever you want. You have to actually get permission to fly over the airbase.
Hysteria. And I've heard stories of people pointing lasers at these quote unquote drones, and then the drone's lights go off. Actually, let's be clear. I've been lased as a pilot before. You're supposed to turn off all your lights once you get lased so that they can't find you, because it can actually damage your eyes.
Right.
So yeah, I think there's a lot of hysteria here.
Me doubts that he is telling all of the truth. Me doubts that he's telling all of the truth. But there was other questions that came in to Trump, and these were some of the questions that were brought to him.
Well, I can't tell you that. I mean, it's a wonderful question, but how can am I going to do preemptive strikes? Why would I say that? Can you imagine if I said yes or no?
A lot.
You'd say,
and paid a lot.
That was strange that he answered that way. Am I going to do preemptive strikes on Iran? Is that a serious question? How could I answer a question like that?
Mm.
Say it. How could I tell you a thing like that now? It's just so you don't talk about that before something may or may not happen. You know, just I don't want to insult you. I just think it's just not something that I would ever answer having to do with there or any other place in the world.
That's yeah, you don't show your hand unlike one person would show their hand. And I've got to play this for you because it really was glorious. But of course, I have to pull down their music because the music will get me in all kinds of trouble. The music will get me in all kinds of trouble. But I do have some music that I think will be beautiful. I think it'll fit here. Let's just give it a try. Here we go.
Looks like I'm living rent free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown up here? All right, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your minds like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy, Daddy, take your pick. I'm owning your thoughts while you slide sit. Call me Daddy, it's what you need. While you chase the crumbs and I take the lead. Living rent free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on the game. You said I'm too old? Well, here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains. While you're stuck with the lies, you act like you're experts. But here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy, or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants. Stuck in your headspace with no end in sight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'll be lost without me stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm owning your mind. While you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind.
I love it.
Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now. I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't.
That's absolutely right.
But I'm still in the air. You've got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game.
Where do I find this stuff, man? Yeah, I don't know. See, maybe it's because I like pulling up the most oddball stuff that I can possibly find. I find these things very interesting. And I've got one I wanted to show you, but it might get me in trouble. But let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope it doesn't. So this next one I'm going to show you is what sunscreen looks like under a UV light. You're curious. You're curious. It is not. When you get a minute, look at the link you shared. What link? What did you share? I'm looking. Where did you share it at? I'll have to look and see where you shared it. Give me a minute. This next thing I'm going to show you will be wonderful. Your Shiva is totally totally singing. I love it. Oh, all the great shits and giggles until you giggle and shit. Oh, okay. You can't share it. Gotcha. There's a possibility. You see, you can't share links on the stream. But you can hit me up on Discord or Twitter or my email. That works there too. This next one, there we go. Check this out. This is what sunscreen looks like under a UV light.
This is amazing. just amazing. Look at this.
No ways. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh my God, girl. You should see.
This is just.
No, that's unbelievable.
This is. Yo. I saw the.
That's I don't even have it on.
Yeah. This is what it looks like whenever you put it under UV light. Wow. Weird, huh? Oh. No, it's not. It is not blackface. Hi, Philip. How you doing? No, that's not blackface. Yeah, this is what it looks like under a black light. I mean under a UV light. Whenever people are putting on sunscreen, that's what it looks like. Crazy, huh? It's wild stuff. Wild stuff. And there's been lots of talk about the chemicals used in those as being cancer causing. I don't know if that's true. And I've got no opinion on that. Let me see what we've got. And don't see anything there, nothing there. Nope. Let's see. It's done with a drone video, but leaked audio from a base as well. It's from Wright Patterson Base. Ooh, okay. I'll have to look at that. Good morning, Jam. Good morning, Shizzy Wizzy and all the Whiz Nuts. Yes, welcome to the Nut House. We've got an interesting day scheduled today. And we're winding down on the last days of this year, the last days coming into the holiday, coming into Christmas. And it's going to be crazy. This year is going to be absolutely crazy. Just so you know, this next year, I've got some good plans. Got some good plans of some stuff that we're going to be covering, some good stories, and expect this some of the stuff that I'm doing is going to change up a little bit. Some of my time might change a little bit. I've got to get a little bit more. Yeah, I did see that. Big gas powered professional drone. I did see that. I was looking for that particular one. I couldn't find it. I forgot to save that. It was one that whenever you see it, it'll blow you away. Just the size of that drone was massive. Let me see if I could find that. It's somewhere here. Let me see if I can find that particular one. I know it's out there. Let me see. Because it was in my feed this morning. And I don't know exactly what the drone was doing. Because my feed is absolutely overwhelmed right now with other information. See if I can find that. Particular one. Let me see. Believe it was. Yeah, it was a massive drone. I was hoping they would show it. But I've been, like I said, my feed's been completely hit with a lot from Legal Vices, all the heartfelt condolences out there has been a lot, and heart goes out to him, really does, because it's been absolutely it just shows how much that man was loved. And it's a pretty big deal that I hope his family is hopefully his family is doing well, and those that were really close with him. Because it's a lot. It's a lot. Oof. What's that? No, I can't play that one. I have to be careful the kind of stuff I play. Yeah, the massive drone that was used. Oh, that's pretty cool. Sorry, I'm finding all kinds of stuff in my feed that I want to show, but I just can't show. I know that at some point there will probably be a large get together to show a little bit of celebration for legal vices, and that will be something to see. Yeah, you watched Inquest into Drones, 11 billion budget, the FBI, but they only used 500,000 for defense against 44,000 drones of unknown origin detected, and that is scary. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he didn't want to. I mean, it's the same way that, I mean, my wife knows that I do streams, and my brother-in-law does also, but I don't go out there in the real world and tell people in the 3D world, oh, I've got this channel. It's not that I'm embarrassed about it. Just, it can lead to different conversations that I really don't want to have with people sometimes, And it's just one of those things where try to keep those keep it out of the eye, and keep it a little bit more in a little bit closer to the chest. Just leaves you in a much better position. Leaves you in a much better position. Oh, I love it. F your tree 20. Oh, Jesus. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. I'm gonna have to end here shortly. I've got I'm hoping it's so awesome. This is funny. A crash drone. Keep your 2D and your 3D live separate. Absolutely. Just play the first 5 on repeat. this I've got to show you. I did find the drone that Kaiser was talking about. This one was crashed in Orange Beach. It was retrieved from underwater. It was taken to an undisclosed location pending further investigation. Yeah, I did find it, Kaiser, right there. Oh my God. I love these things. They make me smile. They make me smile whenever I see them. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to get one more dance sequence in there, because it was so much fun yesterday. But before I do that, this next one is slightly disturbing. So let me put this disclaimer up there so we don't have anybody go bonkers. This is Joe Biden's work right here.
Your insurance. I don't have driver license. I don't have insurance. Why don't you have a driver's license? I don't have it. You don't have one at all? Nothing. So why are you driving the vehicle? Because I want. The vehicle is my vehicle. That's why I'm driving. But you need a driver's license to operate a vehicle. I don't need it. Yes, you do. I don't need driver license. Yes, you do. No. Yes, you do. No. I'm telling you. Because I have driver license. That's why you want to pull me. No, I'm pulling you over because you're 88. No, I don't have driver license to give you, sir. Sir, keep your hands out of your pockets. For reason. Because for my sake. Now, because you say that, okay. I need your driver's license. Because you told me to put it away. That's why I'm putting it inside. I need your driver's license. I don't have driver license. Yes. I don't have. Why? Because I don't have. Well, then what's your name? I don't need driver license. Then what's your name? I don't have name. You don't have a name. Tell me your name. and tell me the reason why you arrested me.
I'm Officer Sheriff Sapporo.
Okay, my name is Mr. X, and I don't have driver license.
I need your first name, last name.
I don't have driver license, sir.
No worse.
Tell me the reason why you arrested me and show me
I
the
told
proof.
you why I'm
Sir, I don't run even 50. Call another cab. That's
They're
it.
coming.
Okay, call. Because I don't know, I don't give nothing. I don't give nothing.
Well, I need your stuff. Stop. Don't go back in the vehicle, sir.
Sir, please stop. Sir.
Oh boy.
Correct, sir. He's fighting me.
Yes, I understand, Joyce.
I don't fight you. I don't fight you. I don't fight you. I don't fight you. I don't fight you.
As he fights him.
Stop. Put your hands behind your back. Sir, put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
He's not hurting him. He's trying to get it. He's trying to restrain him.
Put your hands behind your back. Sir!
She gonna
Put
got
your
his
hands
ass
behind
whooped.
your back.
Told him. Screams like a little girl. I know.
Why you wanna kill me? Why you wanna kill me for nothing? Why you wanna kill me?
He doesn't want to kill him. He's arresting him. Big difference.
Why you wanna kill me? Why you wanna kill me?
And all he had to do, if he didn't have a driver's license, is not argue with the cop. Send him to effing Alcatraz. Well, yeah, this is why you're supposed to comply with what the officer says. No, you don't have to. Just know that there's going to be consequences if you don't comply with what the officer says. That is just going to be the outcome of it. Be more like this guy. Be more like this guy right here. This guy has it down. Check this out.
Oh shit! I walked through the shot. Listen, if you walk in front of me, you gotta flex, bro.
That's the way to handle it, man. If you're gonna walk in front of me, you gotta flex, bro. You gotta show off some arms. You gotta show off some arms, man. Don't just be coming in there, just rolling in and thinking that it's okay. That's not how it works. If you're gonna be rolling into my shot, you gotta do it the right way. You gotta do it the right way. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Well, I can't find it right now, doggone it. I was gonna show it to you, and then of course my happy ass couldn't find it. It's so bad. It's so bad. Well, let me see if I can find it here. It's got to be around here somewhere. Doggone. Yep, there it is. Here, we're gonna pull this thing up. Yes. Academy Award. No, I've got an Academy Award for you. I've got the Academy Award for you coming up, and it goes well with this song right here. It goes really well with this song. Just so you know, because it's gonna make you happy. There we go. You know it's coming. Oh yeah.
Well, looks like I'm living rent free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown up here? Oh, right, it's me, let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your lines like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy, Daddy, take your pick. I'm owning your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you need. While you chase the crumbs and I take the lead. Living rent free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on the game. You said I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me daddy or papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord, and you're just the tenant, stuck in your headspace with no end in sight, no repentance. Call me daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me daddy, I'm owning your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Popping what shizzy daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me daddy, just let it be while you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say, put you to the test. Call me daddy, papa nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent free and you know it feels good.
Bless your heart. I thought I was the only mentally challenged one here.
Call me daddy, just let it be. You're trying so hard, but I'm your headspace.
Get it, yeah, oh yeah.
Keep it up, keep trying. You'll be stuck with daddy for life. I'm pumping up shizzy daddy.
Early morning, rise and shine. Coffee through and feeling fine. News is out and on the air. Shizzy whiz nuts wild, but we don't care. Morning, whiz and coffee. Talking news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz nuts, start the show. Let's go. Get it, yeah, oh yeah. Headlines spinning in the breeze. Stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java, wear a smile. Dance around, but stay a while. Morning, whiz and coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Headlines spinning in the breeze. Stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java, wear a smile. Dance around, but stay a while. Morning, whiz and coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Get it, yeah, oh yeah. Serious is overrated. Every day we're caffeinated. Talk the town, but in a jest. Morning whiz is always best.
Just the tenant stuck in your headspace with no end in sight, no repentance. Call me daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue.
Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning shows a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop.
Call me daddy, just let it be while you're trying to figure out your own identity.
Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning shows a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop.
Oh my god, Shizzy breaks Larry. Shizzy broke Larry.